Now, with the Labor Party's Fiona Phillips winning the seat of Gilmore, it's a new era of sorts for Moruya and Batemans Bay, but now the electorate will be represented by the opposition party. What are the implications? Well, to discuss this and some of the election promises that were going around, we're joined by the Eurobodalla Mayor, Councillor Liz Innes. Councillor Innes, good morning.
Morning, Simon. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Thanks for joining us. I know you've just got off a plane, so much appreciated.
Not a problem.
What are your reflections on the federal election and the result in Gilmore?
Well, look, firstly, I'd like to say congratulations to Fiona Phillips. She has been working very hard and, obviously all her hard work has paid off. So, congratulations to her. I believe Mike Kelly has claimed the seat of Monaro, so, congratulations to him as well. Look, Simon, there's no doubt that it does make it a little bit difficult not having that direct line straight to the government. But, depending on their level of enthusiasm to take up, the issues and do the advocacy on behalf of both of their electorates, then, I think as far as Eurobodalla Shire is concerned, my role is to ensure that I communicate very clearly with them, as far as infrastructure issues or social issues that I see our community needs represented and representation on. And, I'll be more than willing to do that and happy to, help them as far as I can. Eurobodalla's been working very hard in identifying a lot of the issues, that we were able to get some attention both from, our representatives now and also from, the candidates from the Liberal Party. So obviously those projects such as road infrastructure and, mental health issues, we will clearly keep on advocating and ensure that the promises and the commitments that were made, are delivered.
And recently in the Eurobodalla Council's economic growth plan or statement, some of the big ticket projects highlighted, the shellfish hatchery, the airport redevelopment. Are they some projects that you still need more federal government input on?
Look, not at this stage, but obviously, always, Simon, we are, as far as grant funding and when these funding opportunities come forward, as I said, Council's done a lot of strategic work over the last few years to make sure that we have projects shovel ready so that when there are funding opportunities, we certainly have got, very good applications to put forward. Moreover, I think, Simon, it's around, the funding as far as in the seat of Gilmore, the bypass for Milton will be something that I know, having spoken to Minister Constance, he is going to ensure that gets delivered. So, and I know that he is on a mission for duplication of the highway down to the Victorian border. So I have no doubt that he will be very, very strongly advocating for that to happen. And I have no doubt that Fiona Phillips and Mike Kelly will certainly be adding their weight to that as well.
The economic development strategy also refers to pursuing relocation of government departments. So you're hoping to attract some federal government departments to Eurobodalla?
Look, I think it's always a good thing, Simon, and, I think any government departments that can relocate out into the regions, I think has to be a good thing for the regions, and I think seriously they do need to look at that. With the gains that we are making, and I know that they did make some serious commitments around the NBN, and that will always be an issue as far as communications, but it is getting better and better. And really, there's no excuses for some of these offices not to be relocated out into the regions. But as far as, Eurobodalla is concerned, we need to just ensure that we have, good infrastructure and that we are ready to attract as many different businesses as we possibly can. So, that's our role. And it is important to ensure that you have all levels of government working clearly with outlined infrastructure and, projects going forward. So.
Okay. When I spoke to Fiona Phillips on Monday, she said one of her priorities now will be to, pursue the coalition's election promises for Eurobodalla and make sure the Morrison government follows through, despite Warren Mundine not being the local member. And just looking at some of those election promises, some CCTV for Bateman's Bay, $250,000 for a shared pathway at Moruya South Head, and an upgrade of the Churros Head jetty. Are you also, as keen to make sure that there's follow through on those election commitments?
Oh, look, no doubt, Simon. But I guess the point needs to be made is as I've just said, we at Eurobodalla have been working on ensuring that we have got a list of really good infrastructure projects shovel-ready, so that when they have got merit and they do get the attention because of the merit to attract a commitment, then, I've got to have confidence that those projects are absolutely worthwhile. And it doesn't matter that the person who, the commitment was around, which is Mr. Mundine, the fact that he's not there doesn't mean that those projects don't have merit. And I am confident that the government of the day will also see that and will say, yes, they attracted our attention and it's our job now, and I'm happy to work with Fiona to ensure that they are delivered.
A couple of council events, interesting things happening this week, Councillor Innes, including the Local Hero Awards. That's happening tomorrow.
Oh, look, that's happening tomorrow, Simon, and that's just such a beautiful event to be involved in. And, Simon, I don't need to tell you, you speak with enough people every day on radio to know just how many incredible people there are in our community doing amazing things. So tomorrow is just a chance for us to really recognise that. We do it at our local botanic gardens, which is beautiful to showcase. And that's a wonderful collaboration between council and volunteers. It's just a great opportunity, and we'll be doing that coupled with our citizenship ceremony. And I can tell you, Simon, as Mayor, that is probably one of the nicest welcoming events that we can ever be part of. So people are more than welcome to come along. I think it's around 11:30. It's on at the Botanic Gardens, so come along and have a cup of tea and give these people a well-deserved pat on the back. Wonderful.
And another event that the whole community is invited to, this is the National Sorry Day Bridge Walk in Moruya, which is a part of Reconciliation Week. This is happening on Friday.
Yes, and look, Simon, that'll be a beautiful opportunity for people to, show some genuine reconciliation. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there. I have commitments in Canberra on that day for our joint regional organisation meeting, falls on that day, but I have no doubt that some of our councillors will be there to really show our support and say, it is important. It's important that we collectively try and work together to bridge that gap. So this is a great opportunity for members of our community to, get out there and, show that we really do care.
Councillor Innes, always good to talk to you. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you, Simon, and you have a fantastic day.
You too. That's the Eurobodalla Mayor, Councillor Liz Innes.